What's up, guys? We are back with Final Fantasy XIV, and we have just fought our first boss battle, and now we are going to continue our main quest, which at this point has to do with that pirate we met a little bit earlier. We're going to see that he is not necessarily the greatest sailor, pretty lazy, pretty kind of a jerk. But you'll see shortly a couple of the missions that revolve around him. Here he is, just after we speak to 4 of his other crewmen who are just slacking off, and of course we end up speaking to him, which is one of them. We turn that quest in and get right away started on another, and sure enough, here we are finding the same pirate just standing there next to a sack of oranges, which has been delivered. Turns out that him and his crew were attacked by some people, and he decided to just take off and leave them for dead. So our job was to run over and find his crew and take down these goblin muggers. And soon enough, you'll see, if you actually read what these guys say, they're like, yeah, he took off and he left us alone, and the other guy's like, he pushed me down and left me for dead or whatever, and you find out that this pirate really is not much of a team player. And then right here in a second, you're going to see him just standing there next to the sack of oranges like a minute ago, and he's going to be like, well, he's like, thanks for saving my crew, I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't showed up. And then he's like, well, I have to deliver these oranges, but I really don't feel like doing that. So he runs away and leaves you to pick up the oranges and take them to where they gotta go. Kind of a jerk, a lazy jerk. But you kind of get the idea of how good of a guy this guy is. So now that we delivered the oranges, there's a mission that 2 missions I think that I pick up. I run and do those real quick, but I cut those out, and when I get back to handing over the reward I got from them, and I'm just showing you real quick. Here's one I pick up, and I have to collect these ingredients while these giant ox-looking things are not very friendly. I end up fighting those guys. And then another one just afterwards. I think this is one of the main quests, but yeah, it's one of the main ones. But we have to fight a couple more, or a group of pirates. I think we have to down 3 of them. But basically, they stole some tools, and we are in charge of going to get them back. After we've done all that, we're going to accept another quest, and of course it has to do with our friendly pirate, the great hard-working pirate we were talking about a minute ago. And we find his crew are a little bit beat up. We're trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. Sure enough, we reach the last part of his crew, and a little message pops up saying, basically, you're going to commence a battle. So we got another boss battle right here, right now, and all because this pirate wasn't necessarily being a. Of course, he's a pirate, but these guys are beating him up. And we're not too sure why. We're guessing it's some sort of deal gone wrong, and they kind of hint at that through the messages. Unfortunately, even though this is a boss battle and kind of the main story, they don't voice it, so unfortunately it's not much of a good sequence, I guess. But here we are, and there's this strange masked man standing behind this rock, and suddenly a golem is brought to life from the nearby rocks and scares these guys off. So, jump right into it. It's boss battle number 2. This boss is simple enough. It's only you. Being an Arcanist, pretty simple. Throw some bio on him. Even throw the miasma on him now that you have it. Rank 11 that you get synchronized at. And spam some ruin. And keep that bio on him when you can, and the miasma on him when you can. And if you want, get that Aether up and use Drain, which does some pretty hefty damage, but basically keep on spamming him. Watch out for his big attacks, which really don't do a whole lot of damage, but they can wither you down pretty quick. Just keep your blessing if your health is low. No one is in this battle to help you out, so like I said, blessing will be your friend, and you'll stay healed, and just keep on spamming them and taking them out. And there you have it, the last attacks to take down the golem, and the boss battle is finished. Like I said, not too difficult. And we're off to turn in our quest. There was a small sequence in there which was not voiced and didn't really cover a whole lot, other than the fact that someone was talking about summoning one of the primals, and it makes it appear that there are a few primals in the game, and there's something that the people as a whole don't want, because it basically is like declaring war, and if one person does it, then the other ones are going to summon their primals, and it's going to become chaotic. So so that's kind of the gist of that the Thermitage was kind of looking into. And you just saw there that the pirate kind of admitted to being part of a group that was very violent and tried to get away, and was trying to make up for his actions or whatever, and trying to keep on the down low. And unfortunately, I don't know if he was lazy on purpose or whatever he was doing, but he seemed to be a jerk, and he kind of deserved what he got. But we turned in that mission back at Limsa Lumenza, and that will be that. Take it easy, guys, and I will see you again soon.